I'm here at Cadillac House over here at Hudson Street, New York, and I drove Mom's XT5, and there's Mom over there, and we're gonna get one of these parking tickets. So basically Cadillac invited us to drive the XT4. So this is her XT5, and those are the XT4s that they have set up for us to drive, and they have a brunch ready for us in the morning. There's a nice little brunch meal like Cadillac always does at their events. And basically, when you go in there, I gotta just get a one of these little parking things, these little tickets, you know. But that's it. So that's Mom right there taking a look at the Cadillac XT4. And I haven't been to the Cadillac house yet. So it says, as you can see, it says test drive the XT4 this weekend. Enjoy free brunch inside. Okay, so let's get this parking ticket for this damn thing. And let's get on the move. This is really, really awesome. There's a freaking goddamn typhoon here in New York City. So with this typhoon, it's like we get to test drive the Cadillac XT4 in a typhoon. How about that? This is the Cadillac house. Yeah, I just did it. I just needed you to unlock it. Yeah. No, I got it. It's in there. Is the red one right there open? Is that one open? Oh, okay. Okay, so, yeah, we got this, I don't know what color this is. This is nice. I think they're all open, though. Yeah, they're all open. Okay, we got the caramel interior right here. And I already did my full review on this. So basically this review is only going to focus on how my mom likes it, because frankly, these are all women's cars anyway, you know. And that's, I mean, you know, I love her car. I drove it over here to Manhattan. I like the way her car drives. The only thing about it is it's smaller than my car, obviously. Now this one, oh, they got it fully loaded. We got the massage seats. We got the heated, cooled seats. Heat it and cool. Listen, let's get that shit ready. Cool it, heat it, do whatever you want. Beautiful, wonderful, right? I think I might have water on my lens, so I gotta definitely clean my camera. So, but these are smaller than her car, so my guess is the next XT5 is gonna have same technology, same design, but it's gonna have heated, cooled massage seats. We got heated seats right here in the back. USB-C, USB 3.1, USB 2.0. I mean, panoramic roof. Basically, this is everything you wanted out of the XT5. Every single thing you wanted. Except it's about $5,000 or $10,000 cheaper. So, let's get inside the cabin. Okay, look at this. They got lights and everything. Okay, on the Cadillac house. Oh yeah, so this place is like kind of straightforward. Ooh, food. Hi. Well, the cars keep getting bigger, so God knows, you know. But you know, they'll probably keep putting turbocharged 6s in them. So. Okay, so the ones that they have, they got a blue one here. This is a nice place. Well, you know, this is Manhattan. This is what you like expect, you know? Wow, okay. See, this is how I keep getting content. I happen to live in New York City, so the thing about it is whether I'm in New York or I'm traveling, it's like content gets itself. Look at the interior. Let's look at the interiors of these babies. And then basically what I want to do is I want to sit behind my mom, have her drive it, and I want her to talk about what she likes. And I think the couple of things that she's going to like, she's definitely going to like these seats. I think she's definitely going to like the fact they got rid of that horrible shifter. That shifter from the current monostatic GMs. It's like they got rid of all that. Thank God. Thank God they got rid of that. Yep. This is it. This is the XT4. They're going to do really well with these, specifically because at the same price that you would buy an XT5, if you don't need as much backseat space, you get all of the technology that you would have gotten. And These cars are going to do really well, especially among women. Let's see. White interior, USB-C, USB 3.0. They have a new poly-stable shifter here instead of the monostatic shifter. It works so much easier. They got massage heated and cooled seats, and the average price of these just happens to be less than the XT5. Carbon fiber panels, that's nice. And eventually these are going to get the self-driving technology like the CT6. Oh yeah, these are great. There she is over there checking those out. So we parked the XT5 across the street. Yeah. Gotta get the moonroof. I love the moonroof. Gotta have the moonroof. Black interior. I love those. Every time I see this button, it just makes me happy. I love those massage seats. Heads up display. This one has a heads up display. And as you can see, it's slightly narrower than the XT5, but it still maintains a lot of the space. Like, I can drive it relatively comfortable. However, I prefer the XT4. And I'm pretty sure if they make an XT8, that'll be good too. Yeah, the XT5 is way more comfortable.
You like that thing?
This is definitely smaller.
Oh, yeah.
I drove her XT5 a couple of times, right?
Mm-hmm.
The XT5 is more comfortable, but this one has all the technology. Like, she doesn't have the heads-up display, and she doesn't have the massage seats, the heated, cooled seats, and all that. Like, I was upset that the XT5, unless you went into that top trim level, you couldn't get the heated, cooled seats. You know, and they should all come with heated, cooled seats. You know. But no, I mean, I drove this on what is it, the Meadowbrook? No, I drove this on the Meadowbrook when they first started getting. What was it? Paul Conti had it.
I was gonna say you're one of the rare ones that have driven one because they weren't.
I have a video. I have a video on my YouTube. But no, Paul Conti Cadillac is who we buy our Cadillacs from, and they're out in Freeport. And I drove this on the Meadowbrook, and it was pretty fast. It was pretty good. It's pretty good. You're one of the driving instructors, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, but no, I liked it. I liked it. But me personally, for the space, I like the XT5 more. I just want all of the stuff. Right. Like, all they got to do is put all of this into that.
And then you like the...
Because here's the thing. I bought a Jeep SRT and that huge, like, that car is way comfortable. It's for me, especially for the size, right? And I bought a Hellcat Charger. So when it comes to, like, fast cars, it's like, that's all I do. But if I were gonna,
there you go.
Well, yeah, that's what it is.
Right?
But you know, the horrible gas mileage. It's like if I needed a second car, I'd either go for like one of these or a Tesla. You know, but the only downside is now you got to charge the thing. You got to figure out where to charge it. But no, I really like it. It's you know, I really like this. I really like this. But it's like I just like the space. You know, for her, she'll probably fit in this and she'll love it because I'm pretty sure she's gonna like the new shifter. And I'm pretty sure she's going to like the new stuff that's in it.
Now, what do you think about they went back to having more buttons and less?
That was a great idea. That was a great idea.
Thank you.
The touch controls is like...
The problem is you got to look at it and fumble through it sometimes and you're trying to drive. I like to be able to reach over. And once you drive the car, and it's your car, obviously, you're going to know right where that's at. You're going to be able to reach over and be able to feel it and know where you're at and not have to take your eyes off the road.
No, I love the new design. I love it. I absolutely like it.
Yeah, I like the fact that bringing more of that back.
I'm pretty sure they got a lot of complaints because I remember when the first Q system came out and you had to like touch above where you thought you had to touch it. It was like nobody wanted that, you know.
Well, then the problem is people are looking, trying to do it while they're driving.
Yeah, and then you're dealing with an older age demographic. They don't understand this stuff, you know. And then you get confused. It's like, nah,
you're probably on top of technology.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But you get into the older people, and they're like, "How in the world you got to go to class to drive the car?"
Well, you heard about that guy who got stuck in his Corvette? No, he had an XLR.
I'm Chris.
Oh, hi, Chris. You heard about you remember when Cadillac made the that small convertible, like the XLR,
right?
And he got stuck in there because he didn't know that the ejection handle. He didn't know it was over here. And the thing about it is, stuff like that. It's like if you keep it simple, it's like everybody will be okay with that. But when you start making all this advanced stuff, it's like a lot of people don't understand it. You know?
No, yeah.
No, but I love this because I like the fact it's got so many buttons. And let me also tell you, her XT5, you can't turn off the auto start.
Oh,
you can't turn it off. And I was like, wait, why can't you turn this off? You're sitting in traffic, all of a sudden the engine just goes off. You're not even sure if it's on, you know?
Right. And then when that first came out, I was driving a car and people didn't tell me it had it. And I was like, what's wrong with this car? That was before it just first came out.
Yeah, this is nice. I will say this, every time I looked at this, I always thought you could pull it up, but I know you can't. Oh, they took the nav computer thing out of here? The SD?
I don't think so.
It says loading. Okay, I don't know. Maybe it's because it's inside.
Yeah, it might be. I know the ones outside are out in the car. So. Oops, she's taking her out.
Oh, she's taking her out already?
Are you going?
Are you going to drive?
No, okay.
All right, well, I'll go look at it with her.
Yep.
All right, thanks.
Whatever you guys want to do.
Yeah, Chris. It's a nice color.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was your name?
John.
John?
Mm-hmm. Oh, they're not going outside yet. Is that one right there unlocked?
I think so.
Oh, this one's got special stitching. This one's got special stitching. What is this, a sport model? This might be a sport model. Yeah, you know what? Looking at the light, this is a sport model. Yeah.
Are you in the car business? You just know cars.
I wouldn't say I'm in the car business. I used to sell houses.
Oh, really?
Yeah. No, but I know the cars. I think it is because the lights are different and the seat stitching, either that or it has the sport package, but there's something definitely different on this one, and then I noticed they locked it. Because they had a nice blue sport one sitting in Paul Conti. Yeah, you know, and I'm looking at the wheels too. Yeah, I think this is the sport model. Yeah, the track model? No, I have the regular Jeep SRT. Yeah, I wanted to get a track model, but they didn't do enough with that. And it looks just like what I got. It looks exactly like what I got. I don't want that. I'll wait because they're going to change it up in like 1 or 2 years, so I'll just wait. I like silver because you don't have to clean it as much, for one. And then second of all, because everybody buys red, black, and white. You know? I want mine to stand out. I don't want mine to look like everybody else's. Yeah. Yeah. It's pretty nice. This is the sport model. Did you get in the one that's in there? Yeah, just sit inside and they'll show you the stuff. But this is the sport model. They got this one locked, so you can't get in there. The wheels, and they have seat trims on it, and then the handling is different because they changed the suspension.
Yeah, but the back is not any bigger.
Well, no, the back has a different taillight design. But no, it's the same car. It's just that one drives a little bit better. It handles better. It's the same thing, though. Like you see the taillights on this one, compare this one to that one in there, compare the wheels on this one. That one might actually be one too, that sunburn orange one. And then look at the chairs. They have like a special stitch on the chairs.
Ooh, how pretty.
Yeah.
And this is sport. This is sport.
Yeah, but it's a package that they put on there. So basically it changes up the way it drives basically. But you don't drive like that. Like you don't drive like fast and all that, you know. So it's like you wouldn't really notice it. But the regular luxury model is what you like. But sit in that one. Take a look inside that one. I'll show you. Yeah, sure.
This will tell you on the wheels what the car is. It's the easiest way to figure it out.
So that's sport.
So this will be a sport, yeah.
Oh,
Paul Conti had a blue one.
Here you go.
Hey, yeah, just take a look inside that one, and you can just sit there and see it. Yeah, Chris will show it to you. That's Chris right there. So when you open up the door, like you'll notice right away, you see that button that's right above where you adjust the chair? That's a massage seat button. So if you sit in there, you can probably see that, and then you'll, just look at the stuff. Other than that, it's like the back has like the chargers, just like my truck does. No, that's not even an option.
Oh man, I tell you what, the other day my back was a little sore and we had some downtime.
We have the Sport if you guys want to test drive that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you can drive. Yeah, we got one Sport out there.
The red one.
Right, matches her color. I think she's got the red.
So, is it cool if you guys take that one?
Yeah, we can take
So
it.
what's this one here?
What's that?
You said the massage.
That one's the massage button. You probably should, if this thing, does it only work when it's on? I'm not really sure about
Oh, the
that.
massage. Or if
Yeah,
it's-
it may only work when the
something.
power's on. If you feel something rubbing your bottom of your back, then that's it, yeah.
But if you guys want to go and get in the actual one you're driving.
Yeah, look, we can go get in the real one, yeah.
And you can go through everything in there. And because the Sport's a little bit different, it's,
How's that typhoon still? Oh, thank you.
Reluctant to come out today, but I'll test drive.
Okay, so this is the one we're going to drive. This is a red XT4 Sport model. And I'm pretty sure that white one might be a white luxury all-wheel drive model, but for the most part, they like to try to keep them all as, what is it called? They like to use luxury models to show off because that's going to be the highest selling one anyway. I'm going to sit in the back so this way we can see more of the driving experience. Alright.
I thought he was getting in. I guess somebody's getting in, right?
I don't know. Because they do self-street drives, but I don't know. He might be coming. He's probably coming because he's going to explain it all to you and all that. But you see the new shifter. Put your foot on the pedal and you can hit the thing, I think, unless he has the key. All right. You see this one has the stitching up here?
Mm-hmm. Hi, how are you?
Good. I'm sorry. I
That's
thought
okay.
you were getting in the other car.
Okay. All right.
Ready?
You're ready.
Okay, we good? You good? You good? All right.
Oh.
Take your time, drive as long as you want.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
So you see under there you have, at the far side you have heated seats, then there's the cooled seats, and then if you touch that button it'll do the massage seat on your side. We're next to, if you touch it, go ahead, try it.
Touch what?
The massage seat button. And I think this one also has the heads up display too.
When
If you look
say
above the
heads up.
wheel, look above the wheel,
Oh, I
and you see
see
the,
it.
you
That's
remember
distracting.
you think that's distracting? Well,
Yes, I do.
if they're on the left, there's a button where you can turn it off. It's marked HUD. Look to the left side of the driver controls.
Oh, your
HUD.
knee.
Yeah, it says HUD. And you can change it or you can turn it off, I think.
It keeps going down. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's distracting.
Now hit your massage seat.
I don't know where that is.
It's next to where you adjust the chair.
It's like a,
It's one big button
Oh,
at the top.
okay.
Oh, and you see the screen? Look at the screen.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
You see the
There you
screen?
go.
There's different ways to adjust it too. And the lumbar.
Oh, that's Sounds good. Okay, now how do I get this? Okay, all right. So now we can go. Now where are we going?
Wherever you want. Just,
Yeah, really.
all right.
So this is different. You don't have to turn it sideways.
No.
I don't like that.
Yeah, this is all electronic now
That's
instead of
perfect.
mechanical.
I don't particularly care for that other. Let me just make sure I can see out of each side. Oh,
Let's
that
go
feels good
straight.
on my back.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Okay. All right, I'm just going to adjust this mirror here. Okay, slightly. And I want to make sure I can see out of that one. Okay, what did I do? I'm going to...
Just put in drive like you normally would. You just push the, there you go.
Okay.
That's nice. As I said, it just doesn't have enough trunk space.
Well, they do have a bigger one than this called
I-
the XT5.
That's what I have.
Oh, okay.
Currently have now.
Oh, nice.
See what that looks like when I get ready to trade it in. Been in Manhattan so long.
These actually, this and the XT5 has what I think is one of the best all-wheel drive systems in the industry.
Well, I'm enjoying my XT. I had the XRX before. Yes.
SRX
SRX
Yeah,
before.
and the STS.
And as I said, the
All these
only
letters.
reason why I probably didn't keep that car is it wasn't a four-wheel drive.
Oh, yeah.
Because when
You know, I did, when the XT5 came out, 17 model, and at the end of the 16 year, we did a big tour. Everyone that came that owned an SRX loved their SRX.
I loved mine,
Yeah.
and I love the color. I don't particularly care for this color red. I love the other color. John, can you sit closer to this?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, there's not a lot of space at the back though.
I see.
This actually has over 2 inches more headroom than the XT5 in the back seat.
Really?
I feel more comfortable in the front and the back of her car. Now, she's obviously not as big as I am, so, you know, I figured that driving this, she might be more comfortable. It's just the space that you get in the XT5 I like, you know.
Yeah, everything else about the XT5 is a little bit more spacious, except that rear seat headroom. But then it is a little bigger car
Right.
to maneuver.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this one's really nice size-wise. This has the rain sensing wipers. One of the things that this car can do that the XT5 cannot is you can defeat the auto start stop.
What does that mean?
Means when you stop here, the engine shuts off.
Mine does that too.
Yeah, but you can't defeat that, and then it's going to do it all the time. This one, you can press this button and force it to stay on all of the time.
Oh, I like that feature because it saves gas.
Yep, exactly.
I like that. Now let me ask you a question. If I wanted navigation, if I wanted to see where I'm going,
All you press is the arrow.
should I turn it on here?
Sure.
Oh, here. Oh,
Yeah, this is fine.
oh, it has a wonderful drive. I love the way it drives.
The biggest comments, we've been driving these around for the past 5 days. The majority of the comments I get are how much room's in the back, the ultra view sunroof, and the smoothness of the drive. Then of course you get it has heated seats back there, you know, all those. But smoothness, and the reason I bring it up is you just made the comment how smooth it drives.
Yeah, it really drives. But that's what I love about, the XT5. drives very smooth.
Oh, it even warned you about school zones, huh? Yeah, it should tell you where the cameras are.
Well, that's a smart move. That's a smart move. Even though I've now been trained to drive 25 miles an hour.
So this lane has to turn, or you can move into the left lane. Yeah, there you go.
My issue is trunk room. There's not enough. What else? So the Escalade, does the Escalade have 3 rows or 2 rows?
Let's turn here.
It's got 3.
It has 3.
But the Escalade's like 3 times the size of the interior of
Right.
this thing.
That, I think that right now is one of the issues that a number of people are raising about. Remember the old crossover had the 3 rows?
Oh, and Patty's 2009 SRX,
Right.
yeah.
That's one of the issues that a number of people are raising for a regular S.
They're supposed to make an XT8 in order to address that. But
Is this the
time will tell. You know?
This is,
Great.
yeah.
No, this is nice. Would I buy this?
You like the little bigger XT5.
But I can see how this, would be something that maybe some families or, smaller families.
That if you were looking for a smaller vehicle, then this would be it.
If
But
I were
you like the
looking-
bigger size.
Yeah, see,
I'll
that's
be
hers
honest
right
with
there.
you. That's mine here.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Okay. If I were looking for a smaller vehicle, I'm wondering. I'm debating about whether or not this would be it.
And why would it not be?
Probably price.
Oh, okay.
Probably price.
This is actually less expensive than yours.
Well, I'm sure it would be. It should be.
Right, this one starts at 35 and goes to the higher 40s.
Okay, well then that would...
'Cause I'll tell you, I'm happy with the features that it offers compared to yours for the same price. So when they put all this stuff in yours, that's going to be a keeper. It's going to be fabulous. It's going to be absolutely fabulous.
Yeah, this one's the Sport. Now, I'll tell you just a few things about the Sport. This particular one you just drove is a Sport all-wheel drive. So it bases at 42,000, like 41,975 or whatever.
Right.
So 42,000, and don't have the window sticker, but I'm guessing there's probably a few features that are added on. So it's bringing up to the mid or even the higher 40s. But I don't know of any of these that are going over $50,000. They're all under it. So you can get everything you want for less than 50. This one has different wheels than the premium would have, or platinum would have. It has a black out front grille, where that one has like chrome accents on it. This has the clear diffusion taillights. So these taillights, when you look at them, they're in front of us, they're all red. Well, this one, being a Sport, has that clear looking taillight. So those are the 3 radical exterior differences. It has, the carbon fiber look on the interior and so on. But one thing that this particular one does not have, that one does, is the surround view camera.
Okay.
Do you have that on your?
No.
No.
Okay. So surround view camera, there's a camera under each mirror. Then there's a camera on the grill, and then of course your backup camera.
Is there somebody in that car right now?
No, we could go up and look
Yeah,
at
let's
it.
go look. Just take a look at it, just so you see what it offers.
Okay.
And would you want to drive this one
No,
as well?
no. I'm good. Dude, I have SRT. It's like I'm good. Yeah. See, I like being able to say that I've got SRT cars because this way it's like I feel spoiled. It's like if somebody offers you a regular BMW and you say, "Nah, I've got an M."
All right, so let's see if I can bring this up without putting it in gear. I might have to put it in gear. Camera. Let's see if that does it.
There it is. So you see how you could see what's on the sides of the car before you start moving. So if like a kid gets near the car or something, you won't run them over.
So you can use that for parking because everything you see is real. The only thing that's fake here is that's just a picture of the car. And then the way we get that is we blend those 4 cameras I just told you about. We blend them together, but you can see here, here's my hand. Okay, so there's a camera underneath this mirror. And
there's one over here.
there's one over there, and then it's the backup camera. So if somebody was walking behind the car, you could see a distorted view of them. And same thing on the front.
And I'll also point out one other thing. You see that knob? If your hand is laying here, you can use that. It's kind of like in the Mercedes S-Class, but you can rotate that knob and you can move it around to manipulate the thing while you have one hand on the wheel. So like you could try it. Like you can change things on the screen, left and right, I think forward, back, and everything. And they did that so that this way you don't necessarily have to pick your hand up and reach over there.
Oh, okay. Because right now I have to do this.
Right.
I have to do the touch screen. Okay.
So you would just rotate this back to camera.
Okay.
Go ahead, rotate it.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
And then press it.
Yeah. And that's it. And that's like a mouse, basically.
Oh, okay.
You just hit it one time and it should switch over.
Because it did before.
I don't know why.
Here it is.
Yeah. And you also see the volume system for the radio. The volume
Right
has a
here.
knob. So when you just rotate it, it turns the knob volume up and down.
Interesting, because I think it might have it has it here and has it on the wheel.
Right.
Yep, you've got like 3 or 4 chances to change volume or stations. But then you can also pick which view that you want. If you want just front view only. Okay, and then if you want the front view with the surround view along with it. That's an interesting
Is this self-parking?
one. Let's see. Go back. Let's go to, there we go. Go to home. And I don't believe this has self-parking because it's a key on the side here.
But that's an available feature, right?
But this is the Premier, so this is not
I don't
here.
believe so.
This is the Premier Sport.
This one's not a sport.
Oh, this is not a sport.
This is a premium luxury.
I don't remember ever hearing of self-parking being available on the XT4, or if I'm not mistaken, I don't even remember it being on the XT5.
It is on the XT5.
Okay, but you have to get it like a platinum.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. You have to get the high end. But this is a high end car.
This is the luxury trim, right? Or is this the one that's above the luxury trim?
Luxury is the entry level, and then there's premium luxury, and then sport. And they're kind of side by side because both of those are higher price. The luxury only is the entry level vehicle. Let's see.
Nobody's waiting to.
No. Well, most people, they won't be here till probably tomorrow because of the rain.
So luxury starts at $35,000. Then you can get luxury all-wheel drive.
And the Premiers.
premium luxury starts at $39.
Oh.
This one is premium luxury all-wheel drive, so it's $42. And the sport all-wheel drive is $42. I have been in this car multiple times for half a year, and I do not recall it having the self-parking. The CT6 has it,
Yes.
the XT5 has it.
I drove that. I demoed that.
Where did you do that?
Meadowlands?
Paul Conti. Oh no, you mean the test drive, test and dare in New Jersey. Truth or Dare. The Truth or Dare event.
Yeah, okay. I may have worked that one. I might have been at that one. And I may even have worked that particular module.
But that I thought was very interesting. Self-parking.
Well, here's the thing about Cadillac, and again, I'm independent contracted, so I do programs for other brands as well. And so the advantage is I get to see what everybody's doing, and even though you have a feature in maybe two different brands of cars, it doesn't necessarily mean they're going to work as well as each other. And that's where Cadillac's coming in, because Cadillac is doing a lot of their own electronics. So their parallel parking system is theirs. You won't find it on the other GM products. But it won't work the way Cadillac does, or even, Ford or other brands. Their Super Cruise that's on the CT6.
Super Cruise.
Yeah, that's a hands-free driving system.
Yeah, I drove that.
That is the nicest
that was incredible, yeah.
system in the industry.
Yeah.
Now, I just drove another brand, and I won't say what it is.
Tesla.
That's all right.
But I drove another brand. No, it's a big brand, big numbers on the street. And they have it's not hands-free, but it's a steering
Mercedes
program. Even if you guess it, I'm not going to tell you.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
But now, here's the thing, is a lot of these other brands, their steering assist programs will work here, but they don't work well. With Cadillac, it's not going to be available here because they know it's not going to work well. You can't do it here.
Right.
Cadillac, and there's no reason really.
No, there's no point in having it in New York.
Yeah,
Period.
no.
But
When you're sitting in bumper to bumper traffic and you can take your hands off the wheel and the car can move and do all that stuff itself, and you don't have to keep on watching your distance between the guy in front of you. Yeah, no, it worked. Because I've shown it to you in my Jeep.
No, that's adaptive
I love
cruise. Adaptive cruise will do that.
Okay.
And you have that in here. You have the adaptive cruise control. But the Super Cruise with Cadillac only works on the freeways or turnpikes. It's brilliant system. It works so nice. And here's the bottom line. If I had kids that were of young driving age, and if I had two cars, the CT6 with the Super Cruise, and then another car with the steering program, I would, if they were taking the other car out, I would say do not use that steering system. That's how bad it is. But if they took the Cadillac out, I would say when you got on the freeway, make sure you use that Super Cruise. I would make them use it. That's how good the system is. Okay, so that's my point about the difference in the electronics.
I would like to know what that other brand was, but you
you
don't have to tell me. But have you done the Tesla?
Well, here's the thing with the Tesla. The Tesla requires
You to keep your hands there and all that.
and
attention.
Tesla. Well, all the systems have to verify driver involvement.
Yeah.
So, understanding that, how do you want to identify driver involvement? Tesla requires you to touch the wheel every 2 minutes. So what happens the other minute 59 seconds? Are my kids crawling in the back seat? Okay. Cadillac has a little camera here, and it verifies driver involvement 100% of the time. So if you're driving and you turn your head, and it gives you about 5 seconds, which is very lenient. If you turn your head and you haven't looked back within 4 to 5 seconds, it starts buzzing your seat and alerting you. You need to pay attention. And all it does is identifies the facial features, and it can tell if you're looking down. It can tell if your eyes are closed. It's
People fall asleep at the wheel.
Exactly.
They do all kinds of things, you know.
yeah.
And I'll never forget, I remember working 18, 20-hour days and coming home, and then all of a sudden I realized I'm hitting the side of it,
Mm-hmm.
you know. But with Cadillac, I tell you, you know, you feel that.
Well,
jolt.
the reason I bring up Super Cruise is right now it's only in the CT6, but I'm sure at some point it's going to
Be
evolve
put in these,
to
yeah.
all of their vehicles. I don't have any inside information on that. I'm just guessing. So my point is that because you're clearly fans of Cadillac, as I am.
Well, this is my third. This
Yeah.
is the third one. I've always been a Ford person before. And when they had the Lincoln Mercury, I owned, 2 Cougars. I loved it.
Yeah.
I loved it. But now that I'm in Cadillac, I love the Cadillac. I really do. I love the innovation. I love the style, you know, and it's very accessible. I love the fact that it's noticeable. I don't need people to look at my car, but I like to be comfortable. At my age, at this point, I like to be comfortable.
Sure.
I like to
Yeah,
enjoy driving.
Right.
And I've taken this car on the road. I even had the what's the one before this? The SRX.
That's all
Yeah.
right.
I had that one. I've taken it on the road. I've enjoyed driving it. I can even drive alone a distance, and I feel good. It just makes me feel comfortable.
Yeah.
You know, so that's why.
Let me share one more electronic advantage, and that has to do with the adaptive cruise control. So you're all familiar with that.
Oh, yes.
It'll maintain the distance to the car in front of you. If the car in front of you comes to a stop, you'll come to a stop. Okay. So that's adaptive cruise control. But forward collision is, let's just say I don't have the cruise control on, and I'm driving here through Manhattan, and car in front of me stops and I don't see it. And it's going to alert, and if I don't take action, it applies the brakes. Ooh, hopefully it stops before the car. It all depends on
The
grip
distance.
and distance and speed. So forward collision systems all have a minimum speed at which they will operate. This particular one is about 3 miles an hour. Every brand has a minimum speed. So have you ever seen on YouTube or where people at the dealership are trying the forward collision and they run into a building?
Yeah.
Well, because they're going 3 miles an hour and it won't work.
Oh, I
Because
see.
they're under the speed, and then it hits the building, and then they're like, "What the? Why did it do
Why
that?"
did it work?
Well, because it doesn't operate that speed. Okay. All brands have a certain minimum speed, whether it's 4 mile an hour or 6 or 3. Now, what Cadillac has developed just recently, since 2016, is forward automatic braking that will work from that 3 mile an hour down to 0. So if you're creeping, you don't have your foot really on the brake pedal and you're creeping forward and you're going to hit this car, it'll go, it'll stop you. Same thing backing up. If you're backing up and you're looking at your mirror or the camera, only you misjudge it and you're going to hit that car, no, it'll go, it'll stop you. We have rear automatic braking as well. Okay, so that's my point, that you won't even know about that feature when you're buying a Cadillac until all of a sudden it saves you one day. But if you have another brand, boom, you might hit that car in front of you because forward collision's not going to work, and they don't have forward automatic braking. So that's where I get into Cadillac's electronics are better. And that's from doing these programs with all these different manufacturers.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's brilliant when you learn all of the little details about. I mean, I get excited about the Cadillac car because, I've become a fan of it. So that's my knowledge.
Okay.
Okay. So, okay, thank you.
All right, watch your
Should I
traffic.
turn it off?
No, you can leave it run. Just watch traffic. Here now.
If I move fast enough, I might not have to put more money in the meter. Okay. Okay, so basically, this right here is another, this orange sunburnt model was another sport model. And yeah, you know, basically my mom's feelings about the car, I pretty much knew exactly what she was going to say because I understand the needs of specific types of consumer. So I knew she would appreciate the new technology, and I knew she would like the way it drove, because to tell you the God's honest truth, these cars, the way they handle, I mean, they're pretty decent. It's just that they're very numb. The steering on these things is very, very numb. And, you know, I figured she'd like it. Ping pong? Really? Oh, holy crap. This is the first time I've been back here. This is a very interesting. They got clothes, they got a sewing machine and all this stuff. Like, I have no idea what any of that has to do with, like, you know, Cadillac per se. Like, you'd think that they put, you know, a couple more cars in here, like, say, the CT6. Because Cadillac House, as far as I'm concerned, what they really should do here, they should put Escalade. They should just get the non-working vehicle models or something, just demos, fully loaded or whatever. Put an Escalade, a CT6 or whatever, and just make it so you have all the models so that people can actually just come in and look at the different models. You know, I'd put the ESV, the Escalade, CT6, CTS, XTS, and then probably like a ATS or something in here. But, oh look, there's an XTS outside. But see, this is Manhattan living. This is why everybody is willing to pay so much money to be in Manhattan. Yeah, that's a new XTS right there. And I'm loving the quality of image off of this iPhone. See, I don't use those Galaxies. If you want high quality 4K 60 frame per second recording with excellent image stabilizing, and you want the absolute best colors, the absolute best color depth, gotta get yourself the iPhone XS Max. Now, I know there's some people who say, no, you should call it the XS, but I make my own rules, so I call it the XS because I like XS. I love XS.
Down from Cats. She said the best candy. The best out there. Caps called me. Scan. Oh shit, today's Gunky's birthday.
Oh, we gotta call him. I didn't know it was the 30th. Or maybe go there later. And hopefully this weather has kept these people indoors. Is there any parking here? Okay, good. Oh, good, I can turn. Not many people inside. Yeah. Get a ticket.
We ain't gonna be there that long.
Okay. In fact, you know what? Let me park right in front of this way nobody can get in front of me.
There's a thing.
I know. But as long as I'm 15 feet, I'm good. Alright. Line starts.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Turn them on. Everybody. Okay. Oh my God. Haven't been here in so long. Nothing has changed. Huh? Oh my God. You got the stuff on the floor for traction. Yeah, I guess. Cutter 4. Yeah. Pastrami on rye, right? This is what gentrification looks like, everybody. Corn, yeah, pastrami on rye, right? What are you getting?
I'm gonna get a corned beef.
Oh. To go.
And a pastrami on rye together. Thank you.
You like mustard on the pastrami?
You want mustard?
Mustard? Yeah, sure.
Yes, please, on both. You're welcome.
Mustard and pickles.
What kind of pickles do you like?
Either one. Whatever. Yeah, get regular regular tomato. Yeah, regular. Take a good long look. This is gentrification. It's coming to a neighborhood near you. This one is pastrami or corned beef. Oh, yes. Okay, thank you. Okay. That's probably the fastest trip I ever had in. Because last time the lines go straight down this block.
Damn. I guess later on today.
And when it starts raining, nobody wants to wait out here. Oh, yeah. And nothing but look at everything's a hotel. Hotels everywhere now. Probably. The XT5 got us there.